with your legs, Tiffany. Lift with your legs. Hello, and welcome to Tiffany Unpacks in Oregon. In today's episode, we're going to be opening games number 18. Let's do this. How many people just like internally squirm when I use the knife towards my body? I do. I definitely do. Whew. All right. Oh, yes. Yes. This will be a fun one. All right, so first off, not a board game. We have a puzzle. This is Garden of the Gods and Pikes Peak in Colorado Springs, Colorado. It's a panoramic puzzle. Over 500 standard size pieces. This is where I grew up. Not like here specifically, but I grew up in Colorado Springs, and Garden of the Gods and Pikes Peak were like a big part of my childhood. If you are familiar with Colorado Springs, you can see the pike from anywhere in Colorado Springs. It's super awesome. I actually have that mountain tattooed on my foot. So yeah, I have a puzzle, which I haven't ever opened or used, though I want to. Though I can't, if I put the puzzle out, I have to like finish it right then and there, because Abby like loves to swat puzzle pieces off. So yeah, I usually bring puzzles with me when I go on like long trips, so like ski cabins or something. So this is waiting to go to a ski cabin. Then we have another vintage bookcase edition. This one is of Scrabble. Steve and I both had this exact game. I don't know whose copy this is. Like we both had the vintage wood one. I don't know whose copy it is, but yeah, we liked it enough to get. So we got rid of one and we have this one. I don't know whose it is. I feel like everybody has a copy of Scrabble in their house. Do you have a copy of Scrabble in your house? Informal poll. Let's do it. Okay, next up we have dancing eggs from Haba. I got this at Gen Con last year, and I have actually played this game a lot. So these are rubber eggs, okay? And on your turn, you roll this dice, and this dice determines what you're gonna do, what everybody has to do. So like, for example, this one is when you roll this with the die and this side comes up, everybody has to get up and run around the table, and the first person back to their chair gets an egg. So there you go. Whenever you get an egg, you have to roll this die, which tells you how to hold the egg. So you have to like hold the egg like here, and then you might have to hold an egg here, and you might have to hold an egg here, right? And then there's one, oh, if you ever drop an egg, the game is over, and whoever has the most eggs, if you drop the egg, you're out, but whoever has the most eggs wins. But you can imagine trying to do things like grab other eggs, chuck like a chicken. There's one where whoever rolled it, you bounce it, so you hold the egg over the table and you drop it and it bounces, and whoever catches it gets it. So you can imagine, it's just really silly. It's fun for kids. There's a wooden egg, which is worth 2 points, and you're like, oh yeah, I can hold on to that if you decide to take the wooden egg. But this sucker is slippery and he hurts after a while. So dancing eggs, ridiculously fun Haba game, which is not just for kids, ages 5 to 99. 2 to 4 player. I've definitely played with this with like 6 people. It's fine. A game that does have more space than for 2 players is Get Bit, designed by Dave Chalker. So Get Bit is a game where you are a robot and you're all swimming in a line, because it's obviously the most effective method. There's a shark chasing you, and it's that whole adage of you don't have to swim faster than the shark, you just have to swim faster than the person behind you. So what happens is whoever is at the end of the line in a round gets a limb bit off by the shark, and if you get all 4 of your limbs bit off by the shark, you're out of the game. And the person who is the last one still with 4 limbs is the winner. So it's a game where you can do a little bit of card counting, because to determine line placement, everybody puts down a card face up, or you put down a card face down and then everybody flips and reveals, and you don't get your cards back unless you get a limb bit off. So yeah, you can kind of card memorize to see like, oh yeah, they still have this card left, etc., etc. Fun thing, when you play the card, if you have the highest numbered card, or the lowest numbered card, I can't remember which, you go to the front of the line. But if you go to the front of the line first, and everybody behind you also goes to, like, shifts in position in front, you're now in the back. So, yeah, fun one there. Then we have some Magic the Gathering. So this is a deck toolkit buying box, which I actually got at Gen Con for free from the Wizards of the Coast promo booth. I haven't popped it yet. It's actually incomplete. I think it's supposed to come with 4 boosters. It's only got 2 in it. We haven't popped it, but I don't know. Steve and I have entertained the idea of getting into Magic, just like playing it by ourselves together, and kind of had the same rules we have for Netrunner, which is if you buy something for the game, you have to buy the other person something. So in this case, it would be boosters. But yeah, we still have so much Netrunner to play that getting into Magic is not really top of our agenda. I did that thing similarly with a roommate of mine, and we both did the I think this is the 2013 deck builder toolkit, and I've got some decks built in here, but my roommate and I, we did the whole thing where if you bought a booster, you had to buy one for the other person, and we played for about 2 months, and then I made a deck that he just like couldn't beat, so we stopped playing. But I'd like to play some more Magic. I just don't want to play like seriously. I like deck building, but I also don't like spending ridiculous amounts of money. So yeah, Anyway, SkipBo. This is a very butchered copy from 1995. I've had this copy for a very long time, but SkipBo is a good card game. It's for 7 to adult, but you can play with younger. And actually, yeah, if I've had this since 1995, I guess I was 8 when I got this copy. But yeah, I like SkipBo. It's a good game, good card game. Hey, what's next? A Daniel Solis game, Monsoon Market. Monsoon Market is 2 to 4 players, takes about 20-30 minutes. It's a trading game. It's a market trading game, economy game. Steve and I both really like this. We played this in an airport once in a vlog, I think in November on our way to BGG-Con or something. It's another Daniel Solis game. I like this one if you like market trading. I also like the art style. So there you go. Click Clack Lumberjack. I don't know what that was, but this is the smash hit Korean game published by Mayday Games. It's for 2 to 7 players, 5 and up. You build this like tree thing, and you have these axes and you tap them, and you're trying to get just the bark off the tree and not the things. At the end of the game, whoever you get 1 point per piece of bark and -5 points per log. And I also have an expansion for an axe. I really do want to review this. It's so simple, and I basically just reviewed it. It's fun, simple. I will take a axe out to some woods here soon and review that for you. Also in the forest we have Lagoon, designed by David Cott. Lagoon is a game where you take on the role of druids, and you're trying to help the forest grow, and there are 3 main energy powers in the forest. I can't tell you, there's Elemen, Valen, and Dion. And you're trying to, whenever you help a certain energy like prosper in the forest, you get a seed from that energy, and at the end of the game, you get points based on the dominating energy. You get the most points from those seeds. So the druid who helped the dominating energy the most wins. It's for 1 to 4 players, takes about an hour, but be warned, in the 4-player game, it's actually teams. So you're playing with another person and you're playing on a team, and Steve and I have played this way twice, and we don't really like the team playing. We like the 2-player version and we like the 3-player version. We haven't tried solo play yet. We are not super into the 4-player version. So if you're getting this game to be a 4-player game, just be warned, I personally do not enjoy this 4-player. But the art is freaking gorgeous. It has a lot of strategic, interesting adjacency, movement, placement things, because you build the map as you play. There's definitely an AP problem potentially in this one, analysis paralysis, but it's a good 2-player game. It works really well for 3-player as well, and I haven't tried it solo, so there you go. Now we have The Duke. The Duke is a 2-player game. It is a 2-player game straight up. It is designed by It's designed by Jerry Holcomb and Stephen McLaughlin. I'm so bad at names. This is a 2-player game that's been compared to chess, kind of the strategy of it. Everybody has the same set of pieces that have the same possible moves, but they're in a bag and you randomly draw them out. They're not all out on the board. So it's very strategic gameplay, takes 15 to 25 minutes. I got it for Steve and I to play for 2-player games, and it hasn't hit the table yet. But I got it on sale, so I don't feel too bad about that. But I'm really excited to play this one. I'm really excited about that. Another 2-player game, and this one I have played and really do enjoy, is Dungeon Command. This is actually Tyranny of Hobgoblins, and I think I have the Druids in here. So Dungeon Command, D&D Dungeon Command, is a 2-player dungeon crawler game where essentially you're both playing GMs and you're fighting your monsters against each other. So it's very interesting because it's miniatures combat, except for it's miniature combats within the D&D system. So all of your dudes have a move, a minor, and a standard, and you have like card abilities that you can add to them. And so I like it because it's kind of based on the 4E system. So I get my little D&D, adrenaline rush. It also has really nice minis inside of it. If you like getting minis for your D&D games, check out D&D Dungeon Command, because you get a full set of minis of creatures and their cards. So I think it's worth it for that. And it's also a great 2-player game where you can compete various armies and you can build armies for point values and face them off. And there's a starter intro game in every box that works for 2 players, so you can play with just 2 players with 1 box, but it's not like drastically interesting. You'll play like once or twice and they'll be like, let's play the full one. To play the full one, you each need a copy of the game with not different, you don't have to have different factions, but it helps. So we actually have 2 factions in here, and I honestly would love to pick up more. I don't think they're making these anymore, so whenever I see one and it's on sale, I pick it up, which is how I have 2 copies, or two faction packs. So there you go. And then last but not least in here, we have Istanbul. This is designed by Rudiger Dorn, and I really like Istanbul. Istanbul, did you win the Spiel des Jahres? I think it won the Spiel des Jahres this year. 2014 Spiel des Jahres. Istanbul is for 2 to 5 players, takes 40 to 60 minutes. I would say 40 minutes to half an hour, or to an hour and a half, sorry. But this is a fun one where you're moving around a map trying to, you like leave trails of apprentices, and then you have to like come back in such a way that you are picking up or putting down apprentices in locations to activate those locations. And then the locations are to do various things to make you richer as a merchant. So you're trading goods, so you're picking up goods and then you're trading the goods to get more money, and then you use that money to get rubies. And then the winner is whoever gets the certain amount of rubies first. And there's a few different ways to get rubies. Steve and I really like this one. We've had it since Gen Con. Since Gen Con? I don't know if since Gen Con. We've had it for a very long time, and we finally played it in March. So, yeah. Board game shame. Cult of the New. And look, a basket! Probably also with Ichi hair. And spiders. So yeah, there we go. That's it for this game box. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Tiffany Unpacks in Oregon, and I hope you come back tomorrow to see what else I have to unpack. Yeah, I think last I counted, I think this was the, oh my goodness. We have, I think we have 9 boxes left. Alright. U-Haul packing tape is also amazing. Don't even bother with any other tape. U-Haul's paper tape. We went to like Office Depot and bought their paper shipping tape. It's not even worth the money. So anyway, see ya.